Hello there in internet land. This is episode 33, Stop the Damn Match, your mum's 255th favourite wrestling podcast. I'm your host, Phil Lamington. Seated to my left is Dr. Shaymus.
How's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
Not too bad. Dry.
Cool, unlike the floor. And seated to my right, making his return is Mr. Chief. Chief, how are you?
Well, thanks. How is everyone?
Oh yeah, be happy when this rain buggers off. So then I can soak up all the water in the floor in here. Alright, so we just finished watching the 2025 WWE Royal Rumble from Indianapolis, Minnesota. That was a pretty good show. It was a pretty good show, that one.
It's very enjoyable.
Agreed.
It was most pleasurable. A few little twists and turns here and there. So we're going to start off with the first match on the card, which was the Women's Royal Rumble match. So the match started off with Io Sky and Liv Morgan. And then Roxanne Perez from NXT, she came out. Then the current Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria. The current Women's US Champ Chelsea Green. B-Fab. Then Ivy Nile, Zoe Stark, and then Lash Legend comes out from NXT. And we got our first elimination, which was B-Fab, eliminated by Chelsea Green. Then Bianca Belair, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, comes out. At 11th was Shayna Baszler. And shortly after that happened, Ivy Nile eliminated Lyra Valkyria. Coming out in 12th was Bayley. 13 was Sonya Deville. 14 was Maxine Dupri. And then Ivy Nile was eliminated by Maxine. And then Maxine was eliminated by Shayna Baszler. Coming out 15th was Naomi. And then Zoe Stark was eliminated by Naomi. Sonya Deville was eliminated by Io Sky. And Shayna Baszler was eliminated by Bayley.
All three of the tag team members eliminated at the same time.
Coming out 16 was Jada Parker. She's from NXT as well. And then Lash Legend was eliminated by Chelsea Green. Coming out 17 was Piper Niven. And then Chelsea Green got accidentally eliminated by Piper Niven. And 18th was Natalya. 19th, making her formal WWE debut, even though she was in last year's one as a TNA talent. But now as a WWE talent was Jordynne Grace. And Jada Parker was eliminated by Jordynne Grace. Coming in at number 20 was Michin. 21 was the returning Alexa Bliss.
To a massive pop.
Oh, that was a huge pop. 22 was Zelina Vega. 23 was Candice LeRae.
The crowd went mild.
24 from NXT was Stephanie Vaquer. I know I popped mad for that.
That's not the only thing you popped.
Well, you know, look, if JB and Shogo were here, they would have popped from Alexa Bliss. I had to fill the void. Wish I was filling some other kind of void. But 25th was Trish Stratus.
Also to a big pop.
Yeah, she was a massive pop.
Oh, not as big as Alexa, though.
No.
Alexa got the biggest pop of probably one of the biggest of the night, to be honest.
Yeah. Coming out number 26 was Raquel Rodriguez. And then Liv Morgan eliminated both Natalya and Alexa Bliss. When she eliminated Alexa Bliss, she got booed.
Yep.
She got massive heat. It's a shame because Liv Morgan to me looks like when you order Alexa Bliss off fucking Temu. And she got eliminated by the Temu version.
That's why Alexa Bliss has the doll, so you can tell the difference.
Coming in 27 was Charlotte Flair to what they tried to get over was a massive pop, but it didn't.
Because the biggest thing about that is it wasn't a surprise. Everybody knew she was coming.
Yeah, but how do you highlight this really nicely? Everyone is sick of Charlotte fucking Flair.
Yep, and when she came out, everybody knew who was going to win.
Yep.
That was my biggest gripe with this match.
And so she comes out. She comes out and she eliminates Michin and Piper Niven. Number 28, the NXT Women's Champion and the other one of my wives, Julia. And Julia comes out and eliminates Jordan Grace. Then at 29 was Nia Jax.
Just fucking quit already. For the love of Christ. Fuck.
So, Zelina Vega was eliminated by Nia Jax. Candice LeRae was eliminated by Trish Stratus. And then Trish Stratus was eliminated by Nia Jax. And then coming out at number 30 was the person no one really wanted to see, Nikki Bella. And then Nikki Bella comes out. Stephanie Vacua, Rachel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky are all eliminated by Nia fucking Jax.
Can someone eliminate her from the company permanently, please?
And then Julia is eliminated by Roxanne Perez. Bailey is eliminated by Nikki Bella. Nikki is eliminated by Nia Jax. Nia Jax is eliminated by Charlotte Flair. And then, to close it on out, the final two are Roxanne Perez and Charlotte Flair. And anyone who knows anything about WWE and Charlotte Flair knows that Charlotte is going to cash in her Charlotte in the Bank contract. And Charlotte wins by eliminating Roxanne Perez.
And the crowd went mild.
Chief, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the match?
For an opening match, it was really, really good. In terms of, I think we've seen other women's Royal Rumbles before, and we have not been very impressed with the dynamic or the energy or anything or the movesets that go on. Not saying that they're not very talented. They are very talented people. But Nia Jax being in there again, I don't know if she was just meant to be a filler or, you know, oh, well, we'll just throw her in there just for the hell of it. But it's all in another typical David versus Goliath moment. You know, she's knocking out, 7 to 8 people out of the roster or out of the event. And then, like you said, Charlotte Flair comes out and is like, oh, yeah, there you go. There's the winner. You pick it coming a mile away. We've seen too many of these Royal Rumble events exactly the same way. But overall, it was a very good opener. You didn't feel very bored by the whole thing as well. Yeah, it was very, very, very worthwhile watching for an opener for this year.
What are you going to give it out of 5?
Ooh, I reckon 3.5 stars. It was a good match. It was good. It was a good opening match, and the rest of the main event went up from there as well. It wasn't terrible. This match was not terrible by any stretch of the word, but it was also not the best match of the event.
Shay?
Yeah, as I said earlier, my biggest gripe with this match is as soon as Charlotte came in, you knew she was going to win. There was no guessing involved, unlike the men's Royal Rumble, but we'll get to that. The actual action in the ring was good. It was pretty exciting. There were a few little surprises here and there. That's what the Royal Rumble is about, really. But it really let it down with the finish because there was no confusion or no kind of potential for anyone else to win other than Charlotte for that match. And fucking Nikki Bella was in it. I hope she... Actually, Nia Jax was worse. And I hope she either gets injured or fucks off from the company again because goddamn is she the most generic big woman that I've ever seen. Piper Niven is a great example of a phenomenal big woman wrestling because she can actually wrestle and not A, be dangerous as fuck, and B, just be plain old fucking boring. She has no charisma, unlike her fucking cousin.
And the rest of his stupid family.
But I'll give it a 3 because out of all the matches on the card, it was the poorest. But it wasn't the worst match I've ever seen. There have been much, much worse. Sorry. But no, it wasn't bad for a women's Royal Rumble match, but I've definitely seen better.
Yeah, look, I gave it a 3.5. I thought it was an interesting match. until it got to number 27 and Charlotte Flair came out.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest mistakes in this match were Charlotte Flair eliminating Piper Niven. I think Piper Niven should have stayed in the match, and it should have been a big hoss fight between her and Nia Jax.
Yep. Rather than Nia just pulling a cane.
Yeah. I think, despite their best efforts, like Jordan Grace had a good showing, but I think she deserved a better showing. Or I'll go as far as saying this. I think Jordan Grace should have won it, so then we could get her versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair did not need to win this match.
Nope.
She didn't need to win this match. In fact, I think the best thing that Charlotte Flair could have done was come into the match a lot sooner and get eliminated by either Chelsea Green or Lyra Valkyria to set up a program with one of them at WrestleMania for one of the mid-card women's titles to try and give them a bit of credibility. Because frankly, I mean, Chelsea Green, yay, she's got the US title. She's not a good wrestler.
No.
And then Lyra Valkyria, she's won the IC strap, and everyone's going, who cares? Like, you got to give the belt a bit of credibility.
Yeah. As I was saying about Charlotte earlier, when I was chatting with you guys, Charlotte can wrestle. She is arguably one of the best female wrestlers on that roster. But the problem is everybody knows that she's going to win. It's the Cena syndrome all over again.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that she's going to win. There's no if, buts, and maybes unless your name is Becky Lynch or fucking even Bayley. They're the only two people that can really have any chance of winning against her and it being obvious that they're, going to win.
I think Roxanne Perez had a really great showing, though. Like, she really is main roster ready.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Stephanie Vaquer and Julia, even though they are my wives, they don't know it yet, but they are. I think they put in a really good showing as well. Alexa Bliss, I mean, Jesus Christ, they should have called an audible and gone, she's got a massive pop. We need to get her to win this so we can set up something for WrestleMania.
Or put her in the finals too.
Yeah. I think the Liv Morgan train is slowly grinding to a halt.
Yep.
Like, she had this year-long program with Rhea Ripley, and now it's what do we do with her? Because she is not that great in the ring. Like, Rhea Ripley really has carried her through this program.
It's Ronda Rousey all over again. She had that Becky and Ronda rivalry, and then she won, and then they're like, what do we do with her now? And then she just got lost and people turned on her.
And there's two names missing out of this Royal Rumble, and we've got bloody Nikki Bella. Like, if Nikki Bella was never on my TV again, I'd be a fucking happy man. Like, the girl is not that good. Brie was the better wrestler out of the pair of them, and even she was crap in her best day.
Hey, but then we didn't have to hear, Brimo.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that, because her fucking husband is in AEW. Whereas Nikki Bella was smart enough to not marry John Cena and get stuck in this shit. But where was Becky Lynch?
Yeah.
And the other name that I was sitting there thinking was, where's AJ Lee?
Yeah, we all thought she was going to be there because of Punk.
I mean, when she does eventually do this and go, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble, the pop for her is going to blow the Alexa Bliss pop clean out the fucking roof.
Absolutely.
If Caitlyn showed up, that would have popped huge.
Paige.
Oh, Soraya, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, if they'd gotten, I don't know, Mickey James put in it,
I mean,
it would have popped.
When she came in there with the TNA championship, people lost their fucking mind.
Yeah. Because it was her TNA character, so they played hardcore country as her entrance music and everything.
Yeah, she was the one that opened that forbidden door for the first time, really, to TNA.
Yeah. I mean, even if TNA Knockouts champion Marsha Slamovich had shown up.
What a fucking name, though.
I mean, God, the crowd would have popped something a lot bigger than Charlotte Flair and Nikki Bella combined, even if Tessa fucking Blanchard showed up. Even if it was a boo chant that would boo her clean out the building, down the road and out the fucking country.
No, if you're going to get booed out of the building, just get Hulk Hogan to show up.
Oh, jeez. No, Tessa Blanchard showing up and getting chanted, "You're a racist." At least it would have been a bigger pop than Nikki Bella and Charlotte fucking Flair. Or Nia Jax. Like, Jesus Christ. The idiot who keeps rehiring Nia Jax needs to be taken out and flogged.
It's because she's a part of the Anoa'i family, and they just pulled a Samoan card.
I don't give a crap if she's part of the fucking family that was related to the people who drove the fucking Titanic. Who gives a shit? She can't fucking go in the ring.
Because The Rock is one of the near owners of the fucking business now.
Oh, The
That's
Rock can suck my left nut. The Rock. I mean, The Rock nearly hijacked last year's WrestleMania because he wanted to be in the main event against Roman Reigns. And thankfully, the entire fucking WD universe collectively said, no, we don't want to see that. We want to see Cody Rhodes finish his story. And then we got one of the best fucking lead-ups to a WrestleMania in years.
And even the match was fucking great.
Even the match was great. All
Both
because
matches.
The internet said, no, Rock. Sorry, brother. Fuck off. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
And then we got one of the best iterations of The Rock for a long time with the
final boss. But then he undoes it. His first promo on Raw on Netflix, he undoes it. Then he goes on next NXT, cuts a promo there where he tries to sort of go, hey, look, I gave him props, but it doesn't mean I don't want to smash his face in. But you've done the damage, Rock. You should be smart enough to know this shit. Oh, God. Anyway, back to the match. So I gave it 3.5. The ending was predictable. That was my biggest flaw about this. We knew Charlotte Flair was going to win it. It was predictable. If you want it to be predictable with Charlotte Flair, you should put her in at number 3.
Yep.
Then give us some drama. Because that's what was missing from this match, was the drama. Mm-hmm. That's what you need in a Royal Rumble. You want some drama. You want to have that little lightning rod of anything can happen. Anyone could win this. I mean, we got that in the men's one. We'll get to that one a bit later. But this one was just...
There's no story.
And it was predictable.
There was no story whatsoever being told there.
Exactly. Just throw 30 ladies in there, go hard, work it out.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, 27, Charlotte Flair.
Yep,
she's going to win.
Yep, there you go.
Okay. 27 has got the most amount of winners in a Royal Rumble match in the entire history of the Royal Rumble.
Nope. 30. 30 overtook it.
Did it?
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was
27 just overtook it again.
Well, 30 has like a 61% chance of... No, sorry. It was a 61% chance it was going from the Royal Rumble to get a championship. But 30, they said on one of the statistics.
61% is converting your Royal Rumble win into a world title win.
Yeah.
Which, up until 15 years ago, it was 100%. You win the Royal Rumble, you win the title.
Yep.
And then they started muddying the waters a bit.
I think that started with Asuka and Shinsuke.
It was Shinsuke.
And Asuka as well. She lost as well, didn't she?
No, she won.
She did. Yeah, but it was Shinsuke that started the male trend.
Yeah.
Such a shame because he was so fucking over back then.
I know. And it was a good match with AJ Styles, and then they fucked it.
Yeah.
They thought they'd recreate WrestleMania 17 without Vince McMahon.
The double turn don't work like that, brother.
Yeah, unnecessary, stupid heel turn for no fucking reason. Right, moving right along after my little swear session there. The next match is for the WWE Tag Team Championship, and it's a 2 out of 3 falls match. The Tag Team Champions are DIY, which is Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Triple H.
Yep, Triple H. Versus the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. So the first fall came from a phantom tag where Tommaso Ciampa looked like he'd tagged in Johnny Gargano, but he hadn't. And they gave, I think it was Alex Shelley, a knee to the face, a Tommaso Ciampa a knee to the face. Pinned him, got the first fall. Second fall was Motor City Machine Gun, got the second fall. And the final fall was DIY, who retained the tag titles. because the Street Profits decided to interfere in the match and cost Motor City Machine Guns the match. And then after the match, they jumped DIY as well.
I hope your predictions for this were right.
And so DIY retain the WWE Tag Team Championships. Chief, sorry, you started the last time. Shay, you're off to the races on this one. What are your thoughts?
This match was phenomenal. One of the best matches.
No, AJ Styles wasn't in it.
Oh, you could have been. This match was absolutely fantastic. Like, DIY and Motor City Machine Guns have been two of the best tag teams for a very, very long time. I mean, Motor City Machine Guns all the way back in TNA, back with Beer Money. Those guys were fucking insanely good.
And Team 3D.
Yep. They were... The chemistry between both of those tag teams and the way that they can tell the story in the ring, it honestly reminds me of fucking HBK and Mighty Jannetty. It reminds me of that type of style where they're fucking amazing in the ring and they have insanely good chemistry. Like, I didn't get bored from a 2 out of 3 falls match, and that's a rare thing. Usually I have big lulls in the middle of that, but they pulled that off perfectly, and even with a screwy finish, they made it work, because now you integrate a third team into there, and as what Phil's probably going to say later, his prediction for this is it's going to lead into Mania with a triple threat tag team match. Fucking give us another TLC match and recreate Hardy's, Edge and Christian, and Dudley's, because everybody wants that, and everybody will like that. I give this a 4.5 as a fucking amazing match.
Chief?
I agree with Shaymus on that one. The chemistry in that one was off chops. Probably because they've done a lot of work together. They know each other's movesets and styles and everything else. I also agree I was not bored in this match at all either. Very entertaining and a definite step up from the first match on the entire card. For me, this was... Yeah, probably earn on 4.5 for this one. It was very entertaining, very worthwhile watching for a tag match. And like, agree with everything that Shaymus has said. Most tag matches, extended tag matches, are boring. There's a definite lull in there. There was no lull. There was a quiet period, yeah, but then it just hit the gas and went straight to 100 all over again.
Well, initially I was going to give this a 4 out of 5, but I bumped it up to a 4.5. My initial fault with this match was the first fall with the... it was the Phantom tag, and then like he got a pinfall off a running knee. Initially I thought that was soft, but then thinking about it while you were talking just then, Chief, I actually think that was a smart idea because of the Phantom tag. Like, they made it look like they were going for a tag, but Gargano pulled his hand away, so there was no actual tag there. So it was really clever. The only reason why I've taken the half point off was because of the stupid ending with the Street Profits. The Street Profits should have waited until after the match was over and just jumped everyone. But hands down, this is the most amazing tag match I have seen in years.
Mm-hmm.
Years. Like, these two teams... Now, I'm going to say something that Shay's going to sit here and go, holy shit, I can't believe he said that. Something I will give the Young Bucks is they can hit all these damn spots. Right? They make it look effortless and whatever. What these guys did was they hit something similar to what the Young Bucks do in a match. But they actually told a story, not just hit a whole bunch of spots to impress Dave Meltzer. And because they told a story in this match, and both teams matched each other so well, and it was just such amazing chemistry, that it felt like an actual match, not just two guys sitting there doing flippity-dippity-doo shit that would piss off Jim Cornette. So, I am looking forward to the possibility that at WrestleMania we have the Street Profits, DIY, and the Motor City Machine Guns in a TLC triple threat match. Like we did 24 years ago at WrestleMania 17 with the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys. I am so looking forward to that. That match will rock if they do it, and they've got to do it. It will steal the fucking show. So 4.5 stars for me. Flawless match, other than the little tweak at the ending. Flawless match. Alright, we get to the next match. For the undisputed WWE Championship, and it's a ladder match between the champion Cody Rhodes and the man walking around with the Winged Eagle belt, Kevin Owens. Now, I didn't write notes about this match. I just went straight to the ending, which was that Cody Rhodes climbed up the ladder and retrieved both the titles and is still the WWE champion and has both the belts now. I gave this match a 4.5 out of 5. But holy Christ, this was one of the scariest matches I've ever watched. I mean, these guys were not frigging about with these ladders. You know, Kevin Owens got dropped spine first on the side of a ladder that was folded over. Copped an Alabama slam through a ladder. The little ladder that kept making cameos in it.
MVP, the ladder.
These two genuinely came across as they want to kill each other. To the point where even there was one point where they were both down and the doctors came out, Nick Aldis came out, Sami Zayn came out. And they really made it feel like these guys really could be injured. You know, the way the next thing above this to really sell it was if the referee started throwing X's up. Then you knew something was wrong. But my God, did these two tell a story, bring the brutality, and just really make this, just hammered it home as how important it is. And 4.5. Chief?
Yeah, wow. Very, very, very high risk moves.
Thanks for throwing that to me, Phil. Thanks for that.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for that. It was very high risk moves in that whole set involving those ladders. I quite enjoyed how they moved through the crowd, grabbing someone's drink, throwing it in someone's face, got the camera, threw it in someone's face, grabbed another drink, threw it in there into the opponent's face again. Definite really good storytelling there, and all the way through, yeah. But definitely that last couple of ladders, those ladder hits, they were very dangerous. But that last one, off the table, Kevin Owens threw a ladder, folded in half, head through one of the rungs, or through the opening in the ladder. I thought legit that he was proper wrecked, and he was done. But the way that they were talking about, they were talking about ending someone's career. Yeah, you could certainly do that in this particular match. But it was very, very good, very entertaining, very dynamic. Again, not a boring match. This was 4.5 for me.
Shay?
So yeah, this match for me was very good. As you guys have said, very, very physical. Those spots were done perfectly. Kevin Owens is amazing when it comes to selling moves in the ring, and he moves very fast for someone of his size, deceptively fast. Cody Rhodes is just always incredible when he's in the ring, especially at actually telling a story in the ring. He reminds me more and more of a modern-day HBK. Very, very fluid in the ring at what he does. He very rarely messes up. Very rarely botches anything. And always seems to tell just a great narrative in the story, in the match. That last spot was very well done. In fact, when he hit the back of his shoulders and then flipped over to make it look like he hit his head, like flat on his head, very well done. And with Sami stepping in there, we all thought that he was going to interfere with that and cost Cody, but he didn't. But he was still looking up, and even Cody said something to Sami as well when he went back. I thought there was going to be a Cody heel turn there, which that could be coming maybe, or maybe it was a little indicator. But I quite enjoyed that as well. I'll give that a 4.
Just a 4?
Well, the other matches, I liked the tag team match better. I can't give more 4.5.
Oh. Yes, it can.
I can, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, and then we get to the final match on the card, which is the Men's Royal Rumble match. So the Men's Royal Rumble match, it started off with... So the first two entrants were, number 1 was Rey Mysterio. Number 2, and I wasn't expecting this, but I was very pleasantly surprised. Number 2 is Penta.
Just saying here, I called it.
Number 3 entrant was Chad Gable. Number 4 was Carmelo Hayes. Number 5 was Santos Escobar. Number 6 was Otis. Number 7 was Braun fucking Breaker. And then Braun Breaker comes out, eliminates Carmelo Hayes, and then eliminates Santos Escobar. Number 8 was supposed to be Akira Tozawa, but he got taken out by Carmelo Hayes as he was walking down the entranceway. So they dragged him out back, and Triple H grabs a man called I Show Speed and says, "You're in the Rumble," so I Show Speed goes down. He helps eliminate Otis. And then Braun proceeds to kill him with the hugest spear I have seen in a long time. It was a spear so big, it would have made Goldberg's dick hard.
I could have sworn I saw his eyes roll in the back of his head.
Yeah, John would have liked that one. JB would have loved that
Yep.
spear. He would have gone, "Oh, fucking Goldberg spear." No, it's better than Goldberg. And then Braun, after he killed him, proceeded to eliminate I Show Speed. He showed a lot of speed when he got hit by that spear. Number 9 was Shaymus. Number 10 was Jimmy Uso. Number 11 was Andrade. Number 12 was Jacob Fatu. And then Jacob eliminated Chad Gable, Rey Mysterio, and Andrade. Number 13 was Ludwig Kaiser, who stood around with his arms behind his back before he got in the ring. Got in the ring, and then Penta promptly eliminated him. Number 14 was The Miz. Number 15, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Number 16 was Roman Reigns. Then Roman Reigns eliminated The Miz, Sheamus, and unfortunately he does not believe in Joe Hendry because he eliminated him. And then he eliminated Braun Breaker. And then Jacob Fatu eliminated Jimmy Uso. Number 17 was Drew McIntyre. And they had a big standoff between Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. Number 18 was Finn Balor. Number 19 was the United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura. And Finn eliminated Penta. Number 20 was Jey Uso. And Jey eliminated Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 21, the returning AJ Styles. Number 22 was Braun Strowman. And Braun Strowman promptly eliminated Jacob Fatu. 23 was Super Cena, John Cena. John Cena eliminated Braun Strowman and Finn Balor. Number 24 was CM Punk. Number 25 was Seth freaking Rollins. Number 26 was Dominic Mysterio. Number 27 was Sami Zayn. Number 28 was Damian Priest. Priest promptly eliminated Dominic Mysterio. Number 29 was LA Knight. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Jay eliminated Sami Zayn by accident. And then number 30, the man with so much heat, it's not funny. I think the only people who've got more heat than this guy are the New Day right now. Logan Paul. So Priest eliminated Drew McIntyre. LA Knight eliminated Damian Priest. Joey Styles eliminated LA Knight. Logan Paul eliminated AJ Styles. Joey Styles. Fucking ECW on my brain. Logan Paul eliminated AJ Styles. CM Punk eliminated both Roman Reigns and Seth freaking Rollins, and then was promptly eliminated by Logan Paul. John Cena eliminated Logan Paul, leading it to Jey Uso and John Cena. And by miracle of miracles, Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble and eliminates John Cena. So, Shay, do you want to go first with this one?
Yes. I very much enjoyed this Rumble. It wasn't the best one in the world, but it's pretty good. Special special things to note in this match. Joe Hendry coming out was pretty fucking awesome. He got a massive pop from the crowd too. There wasn't many surprise entrants in this one, which I'm okay with. You get too many surprise entrants and it sort of loses its splendor, because that's what
it
Royal Rumble was
overshadows the stories.
That's exactly right. And this one had a good mix of both story and a few little surprises along the way, which is nice. I very much enjoyed towards the end of this match where you had literal all-world champions, other than a few, in the ring, and you didn't know what was going to happen next. And that's what makes this Royal Rumble so good, is because you can't predict the winner. That's what makes matches good, is when you can't tell who's going to win, and you can't always say, yep, okay, Blah's going to win because Blah's going to challenge Blah later. This one, you couldn't do that. And it then swerved all of us and had fucking Jay win. Which is good, he deserves it, because he is over like a motherfucker with the crowd. There was no real point during this match where I was bored at all. It kept me kind of active and wondering who's going to come out next. Like, in the Women's Royal Rumble, we actually predicted quite a few of them because we knew who was going to come out. The male one, we couldn't really do that because a few people that we thought were going to come out didn't come out.
Yeah, like Randy Orton.
Yeah, Randy Orton definitely is one of them. I'll give this one a 4.5. Very enjoyable.
Chief?
Yes. Again, very, very enjoyable match. Agree with everything that Shaymus has said. It was very hard to pick who was coming out or who was going to win. Essentially, there was the whole "my feet didn't touch the floor" moment with Logan Paul. Jumped over to the announcers table after, I think it was Otis, cleared it when he was, or one of them, which guy cleared the table when he was frustrated. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, a bloke cleared the entire announcers table, threw everything off in a fit of rage, and then Logan Paul did his jam. Cat jumped over to the table with your "hey, my feet didn't touch the floor" moment.
That was Seth Rollins.
Ah, okay.
He pulled a Kofi.
Yeah. The ending was quite respectful as well. I know it's not CM Punk's, John Cena's last tour this year, and the fact that he came up showed mad respect to Jey Uso. I did say him right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaks volumes actually for how his future may actually go in the company as well. Similar to how Roman Reigns defeated The Undertaker in... which match was that?
It was WrestleMania, I think.
Defeated in WrestleMania, and then he allowed that to happen to show that, hey, Roman Reigns has a future here. So the fact that John Cena has done the same thing as an outgoing wrestler for an up-and-comer speaks volumes, I believe, for this guy. The match itself, very enjoyable to watch. This is 4.5 for me as well. Not a boring moment in it whatsoever.
Yeah, I gave it 4.5 as well. So we got 4.5s across the board. For me, this was a star-making match for Penta. Definitely for Braun Breaker. Jacob Fatu. And obviously Jey Uso. Like, it's really... I mean, Jey Uso's been over for over a year, but this is going to give him that little push to see if he can be the main event, like his slogan, his moniker is. Oh, pardon me. But there was also other guys. Like, I mean, it really did set up a feud between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, with a little bit of CM Punk involved. There's Drew McIntyre in there as well. Really, it set up a star-studded Elimination Chamber match of CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, probably Logan Paul and AJ Styles, to see who's going to have a crack at Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Because I know Jey Uso's going to pick to face Gunther for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. So,
why would you say that?
He's already had 2 matches against Gunther for the world title, and it came really close. So I think the storyline's going to be third time's a charm. and he's won this. He's going to want to dethrone Gunther, and they do a pretty good, solid match. So, and also you got to have a champion on Raw. You can't have everyone going for the title on SmackDown. So
Yeah, true.
But there was a lot of star-making appearances in this, and there was a lot of jeopardy, a lot of drama. You couldn't pick who was going to do it. I mean, when it came down to Jey Uso and John Cena, I think I threw my book down and said, well, it looks like John Cena's going to fucking win this one. And then it didn't. So maybe it's John Cena going, hey, you know, it's my last year. It's my turn to put people over instead of doing what I did to the Nexus 15 fucking years ago. So, yeah, maybe it's them trying to build a lot of storylines for WrestleMania and build some new talent, and get guys like Braun Breaker. Like, Braun Breaker had an astonishing showing in this. So did Jacob Fatu.
They were very solid guys, yeah.
So did this plane that's taking off in the background. You know, it's having a solid showing right now. So, yeah, I just think this really made the women's one look like shit.
Yeah, chalk and cheese between those two matches. If the women's one had the same level of drama as the men's one, honestly, all our star ratings would have been completely different.
Oh, it would have been, I reckon this pay-per-view would have been 4.5 across the board.
100%, yep.
So, speaking of which, what is your overall rating of this pay-per-view? We'll start with you, LeChief.
Ooh, it was 4.5 across the board, essentially. I'd say it's a 4.25 for me. It was very entertaining to watch. Again, if there were some improvements made to the women's one, definitely the star rating would be at least a solid 4.5 for me for this pay-per-view.
Okay. Shay?
I'll give this one a 4.5. It was a very good Royal Rumble. It wasn't the best one ever, but it's up there. It was very, very enjoyable. Women's is the only thing that lets that down, really, right at the start, just for the predictability. But the rest of the matches are fucking insanely good.
I gave it a 4 out of 5. The women's Royal Rumble match was the match that let it down. But I'm kind of glad there was only 2 Royal Rumble matches and 2 title matches, and both those title matches were given room to breathe. I think that was the thing that really worked with this pay-per-view was the tag title match and the ladder match. They were given time to breathe. They weren't just 5-minute filler matches. Now I can understand why they put Saturday night's main event on like 2 weeks ago and had the women's title matches and everything, so that they could get those matches off Raw and SmackDown onto a more premium live event show, knowing that they weren't going to fit them on the Royal Rumble. So it was a smart booking move by Triple H. So, yeah, but I gave the show 4 out of 5. It was a really solid show, and it was a marked improvement over last year's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Again, like the only letdown was the women's Royal Rumble match.
But they are definitely improving a lot of their quality matches, though. Like, in comparison to the last number of years, or even you look back, say, 5-10 years to the Divas matches and other women's matches, they are definitely improving. They're definitely getting better with a lot more drama and unpredictability as well.
Yeah. All right. So that's our review of the WWE Royal Rumble for 2025. We would have liked to have done AEW Grand Slam as a pay-per-view, but AEW isn't doing it as a pay-per-view. It's just going to be an episode of Collision, which sucks.
Yep.
But we might get together and watch it to see how it goes. It's a shame too, because that show, it was originally booked for Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane, but the ticket sales were so bad that they had to move it to Boondall. And I saw this clip. AEW put up a clip of Tony Storm talking to Tony Schiavone, and she's talking about the how she's wrestled in that building when she was younger, and like she saw her first wrestling show in that building some 20 odd years ago. The irony being, And I wrote this comment under the video, and it's got no likes, not that I give a shit. But the irony being, the first wrestling show that I went to was in that same building as well, in 2000. Because I went to the taping of WCW Monday Nitro in that building back in 2000. So the irony of she's talking about how she saw her first wrestling match in that building. She's talking to Tony Schiavone, who did commentary for WCW Nitro back then. And my first match, my first wrestling show, was in that building in 2000 with Tony Schiavone doing commentary in that building. 6 degrees of separation. Chief's looking at me like, what are you rambling on about? Yeah, whatever. I was in that building 25 years ago, saw Nitro, Tony Schiavone, Tony Storm. Yeah. Right. I think that's the show, boys.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Hopefully it won't take forever for me to edit this all together and post it online. But thank you for tuning in. On behalf of myself, Shay, Chief, JB, who's not here, and Shogo, who's winging it over to Japan as we speak. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next time. Until then, it is goodbye.